Good afternoon, Don Palayo checking in. It's been a few days. I've been kind of busy this week. I've been doing some busy stuff here at work. This is a Saturday. I'm at work, so I'm just I came in to kind of work on some of my own things. I'm kind of setting up my year-end goals and working on my own personal personal goals for myself. And sometimes I just think better when I'm here at my desk in my office and I can kind of lay things out the way I want to. But just wanted to kind of touch base with you guys. I have my brother came into town from Arkansas, and so he stayed with me one night. He stayed with my parents last night, and I think he's going back to Arkansas tomorrow. He was here helping his kids move into their college dorms here in North Carolina. So anyway, I'm working on right now I'm working on some of my hobby goals. Believe it or not, I have goals for everything, from personal finances, fitness. The problem is I'm really good about setting goals. I'm really bad on the follow through, and I'm trying to get better about it. I think the big problem, my big challenge is I just need to keep my goals in front of me so that I'm constantly reminded of those goals on a daily basis. It's like I need to see it so I can focus on it, So I'm going to try to create a system for me to keep my goals in front of me so that I'm doing better about it. My side hustle hasn't been so good here lately. I've got to get back to that. I set some goals for the rest of the year on how I'm going to do with that. I still want to lose a little more weight. I'm about 229 right now. I would like to be closer to 200 by the end of the year. If I can get down to 210, I would be pretty happy with that. I think I should be able to lose another 15, 20 pounds before the end of the year. So we'll see. A lot of it's just cleaning up my diet. I've got to get rid of the bad carbs. Carbohydrates are the whole thing. It's literally the whole thing. When I cut my carb intake off, I immediately start losing weight. I start eating carbs again, my weight comes up. It's all about the carbohydrates. So I've got to I got to really focus on just protein, healthy fruits and vegetables, that sort of thing, because the carbs, bread, pasta, anything, in terms of carbohydrates typically are just not working out for me very well. So I turned 49 this week. My birthday was on Thursday. And of course that makes you feel a certain way. You kind of look around and everybody's getting old. My dad is 74, my mom is 69, and it's like my daughters are getting older. My oldest will be turning 21 in September, which doesn't even sound right. Her mom was married to me at her age. It's like, what in the world, it's hard to even believe, but that's true. I am really trying to get myself goal focused right now. Do you guys have any systems or methods that you use to stay on top of your goals? Because I've historically been bad at that. It's one of the reasons why I'm a little bit behind on some of my life goals. It's like, my retirement savings, for example. I'm working to get caught up on that, but I've allowed life to kind of get in the way, and sometimes I feel like if I had just stayed focused on my own personal goals instead of prioritizing relationships and women and all that crap, I think I'd be in a lot better place right now. As I've gotten older, what I would tell young people is focus on your goals, just and keep those as your top priority. It doesn't mean you can't bring someone into your life, but they just have to fit into your life. They have to fit into the life that you're creating for yourself. And I was I was ready to turn my whole life over to some other person. You know, I mean, when I was younger, and it's just there's a reason why it didn't my marriage just didn't work out, and I think that's a big part of it is that when I got married, I didn't feel like I had a life of my own. I didn't have any say so about how my life was going at all, and I think that's a big part of it. So anyway, I am working on some of those things at this point. My daughter came over this morning, and I was helping her get the paperwork together. My mom is giving her one of her old cars. My mom recently bought herself a new car, and so she had her old car, which was a 2012 Buick Verano, and she's giving it to my oldest daughter. It's in very good shape for being 13 years old. It only has 110,000 miles on it. My mom doesn't drive a whole lot, and she's taken very good care of it. She had some brake work done to it, a new serpentine belt put on. It had a couple things like that done, and it's in good shape. It's a very nice car. The mechanic said she could probably get another 50 to 100,000 miles out of it, so that should last my daughter at least 2 or 3 more years, maybe get her through college. She's going to be going back to college in January. So anyway, I'm looking old and tired. I really do. Look at me. I look old and tired, don't I? Do I look old and tired? Y'all let me know in the comments. Anyway, I'm going to keep working on my goals here, but I did want to check in because I know it's been a few days. It's been almost a week since I put a video out, and I will try to get better about that going into this coming week. But I know everybody right now is really hyper focused on their personal finances and in trying to improve that. I'm no exception to that. So I am doing what I can to be productive here at work, as well as focusing on my own personal goals. So you guys, like and subscribe if you haven't. Certainly feel free to write a comment. I do look at those comments and will respond to them. So if you have any questions, I do work as a financial advisor. So if you ever have any questions about personal finance, anything like that, you can put it in the comments. I'll be happy to respond to your questions. I've worked in personal finance for most of my career, so that's what I do. And I've seen everything from I worked at Merrill before I came here, and there I was working with average ordinary people with average ordinary incomes. I have also worked at companies where I work with more high net worth people. So I've seen both worlds and kind of know a little bit of both. And but if you have any questions simple questions that I can answer, I'm happy to. I can't. It's hard for me to get into real personal specific advice about people's personal finance. Their specific advice about people's personal situations, just because regulatory things. But I'm happy to answer some basic questions if people have them. Anyway, y'all let me know if you have any questions. I'll be happy to respond. And this is Don Pelayo checking out.